I don't have anything fun or nitwitty to say at the beginning of today's episode other than weapons, I guess.
There
Misleading,
were
not
some. There
not
were some being considered weapons.
yeah, misleading, not misleading, but
Protect your kids.
Overrated.
yeah. It almost made me want to watch something with another weapons in it, like Lethal Weapon. But
Definitely
Or the
lethal
naked
weapons
gun.
in those.
yeah, the Naked Gun. But
Hey,
anyway,
that's gotten great reviews.
we are here.
You like that, old man? You want a piece of me?
Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Good morning, Vietnam! I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
I feel the need for speed.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Love means never having to say you're sorry.
You do. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
What up, happy Wednesday, moviegoers? Welcome to episode 361. Welcome to Weapons. You're listening to another new episode of the Cine-Men Movie Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Juan, and I'm joined by the other kids that ran away, Jay, Zach.
Hey, how's it going out there, podcast land?
Hello. How is everybody doing today?
Man, do we sound enthused to talk about this movie. I said, how are we? No, I'm just messing with you. You know what? We are here, another new episode, another new movie to talk about. You know, I listen to our intro every single week, and I sit there and I'm like, have we talked about every movie that's in our intro? Almost, but no cigar.
Which ones are missed?
There's quite a bit, but we will listen to it and continue to keep digging at it. But happy second week of August, everybody. It is a hot summer evening here in Oklahoma City. This is where we're at. August 13th, 2025. We're talking weapons. We will be reviewing and discussing, getting into great detail about the movie. So if you haven't seen it, know this is going to be a spoiler-heavy podcast. So
We'll let you know.
we will. But Zach, we did not talk to you last week, so let's start off with you, sir. How have you been?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. You can't see me on video, but I flipped the whole room around. I got a brand new computer. I got a computer desk. I'm actually getting a 75-inch TV placed on the wall this weekend, so it's gonna be movies all here all the time at our place.
Dang.
So, and you know what, dude? Like we talked, we did a good episode of Physical Media about a couple months ago. I'm purging. I'm not even lying, and it feels good to get rid of some stuff.
Wait a minute. What are you getting rid of?
We're getting rid of some Criterion, some Blu-ray. I can't give you any Blu-rays because you have every Blu-ray that's ever been made. So
Hold on a minute, Zach. We need to talk after the show, all right?
yeah, well, hey, get your eBay account ready because we could be doing some bidding.
Jay, what about you? Week?
Not too bad, not too bad. Just been chilling, partying a little bit here and there, but other than that, nothing much. Watching a lot of TV.
It has been a week. Everything has changed for me, literally upside down. Work hours, completely insane. So all for the good, for goodness sake. I'll check the list and check it twice. But speaking of what we've been doing, if you guys want to know what we've been doing, go on our social media pages, figure out our upcoming episodes, our past episodes. Visit us at the social media pages at facebook.com/The Cine-Men Movie Podcast. The Instagram is all one word, The Cine-Men Movie Podcast. X, Cine-Men405, or you can email us, 921@gmail.com. You can click the old "You Got Mail," and we can chat with you that way. But all of our links to our past episodes are on those social media pages. Last week we had a discussion about the horrific Happy Gilmore 2. Go back there and listen to all of our comments and thoughts on that terrible movie.
Yeah, I lost internet connection on that one, so I wasn't able to give my star rating on that one. And I gave it a 2.5.
I gave it a 1.5.
Oh wow, I missed out. Man.
You did. So if you're like Zach and you didn't catch us last week, go back and listen to that episode or any of the other episodes in the archives. Hang out, talk movies with us. If you cannot wait for the audio version that hits literally hours after we discuss the movie, you can watch us live here on Imisawa Productions YouTube channel. Unboxings, trading cards, wrestling, and more, all on this YouTube page. So you can watch us live on Facebook and Imisawa Productions YouTube channel. So now that we got all that hair and stuff out of the way, Zach, we didn't get to talk to you last week. So do you have anything that you want to recommend or tell everybody what you've been watching?
Yeah, I got a full list. I honestly don't know where I left off last time. We didn't do recent watches on Fantastic Four, did we?
Negative.
Okay. So I'm just going to rapid fire through these, and if you want to talk about them, we can. Watch Flight Risk. Finally got to see Superman, Elio, Eddington, the new Ari Aster movie. Going to catch some heat, but watched the original Happy Gilmore for the first time before watching Happy Gilmore 2. The Bad Guys 2, Together, the new Dave Franco movie with Alison Brie. If you took not the plot, but aspects of Midsummer and John Carpenter's The Thing, that would be Together. That's how the best way I could describe it.
Interesting.
Freakier Friday. And then, first time watched, I watched all of the Naked Gun movies. I haven't seen the Liam Neeson one, but
what'd you think of those? Does the
I
comedy
really
hold
enjoyed
up?
them. They're from the 80s. Leslie Nielsen was awesome. I didn't think they would be as funny as I thought. I thought it'd be like chuckles here and there, but I was like full blown like laughing through the whole entire those movies. And I had no idea that Priscilla Presley was on those movies, so that was interesting.
Oh yeah, she plays his girlfriend through all three of them.
Yep. Next week to preview next week's episode, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which was an incredible rewatch. Can't wait to talk about that. And then on the TV side of things, I finally finished season 4 of The Bear. Johnny, have you got to finish that one yet?
No, I'm waiting for payday.
Oh, dude. I will say that the finale, like the season finale, it could be the series. I'm not going to spoil it, but it feels like that.
Well, you already did. No.
So-and-so. Oh, no, never mind. The new, I guess, iteration of Dexter is on Paramount Plus, Dexter Resurrection, which is a continuation of the original series, plus New Blood, now this. And then highly, highly recommend, I'm one episode in, Alien Earth has now dropped on Hulu. We're 2 episodes
I've watched
in.
the first 20 minutes of before we went live, and so far so good.
Oh, dude, it gets so much better. I'm going to watch episode 2 tonight. Noah Hawley, who is the creator of this show, and Ridley Scott's the executive producer. Like Fede Alvarez, they understand the assignment, and I think we're gonna get a little bit of old and we'll get a little bit of new. So I think it's gonna be an awesome series.
I'll go into mine next, but I just wanted to bring this up. Zach, you talked about Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus reaches a pay-per-view groundbreaking deal, $7.7 billion with the UFC.
Oh.
The UFC pay-per-view paying outrageous prices for that is now over. You can watch any UFC pay-per-view event on Paramount Plus if you just subscribe. This deal is worth more than Paramount is worth.
Yeah.
So that's insane.
And WWE did the same thing with ESPN, but now you got to pay extra to watch their pay-per-view.
Yeah. Well,
can't you stream that on Netflix now?
Nope.
Well, you can watch Raw on Netflix, but you can watch their pay-per-views in 2026 if you buy ESPN Plus, and ESPN Plus is $30 a month.
So you're telling me I don't have to go to my local Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the UFC anymore?
Nope, you can watch it on Paramount Plus.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll go through my recent watches. It's been quick. Everything has just been super, super busy. Watched Weapons for today's episode. Rewatched Gladiator 2, and I really forgot how much I really love that movie.
Nice.
Watched Detention for last week's episode of Friday the 14th podcast. The return of Friday the 14th podcast. And then I rewatched, I had to cleanse my palate after Weapons. So Sunday when I got home from Weapons, I watched Goodfellas.
Okay. Why do I get the feeling I'm going to be the only one that's very high on this movie?
Let's get into it here. Jay, before we get into the review, what about your recent watches?
I went through and I watched, I can't remember if I said it last time, the new King of the Hill series. Excellent show. Well worth it. Actually, I went through and watched all the way up to where season 2 ends for the first part of Wednesday. That show is a lot more surprising and a lot better than I thought it would be. And then after Wednesday, I went into Stranger Things, and I didn't stop until I was done. So I'm all caught up on it and Wednesday. So when they come back, because Wednesday comes back September 3rd, and Stranger Things comes back in
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Did you rewatch season 1, or have you seen season 1 of Wednesday?
I watched it all.
Oh yeah.
From season 1 to season 2.
I'm also currently
it's a cute little show
on Netflix. I'm also currently watching season 1 of Wednesday, and I am watching the Cold Case Netflix on who killed John Benet Ramsey.
Yeah,
that's been around for. I remember that case as a kid. You know, at one point in time, I thought her brother did it. Her parents were covering up, and the story is all over the place.
Yeah, still is, which is insane. But
no, I watched. I recommend Stranger Things. It does have a nice build up for season 5, and from the times that I've seen for each episode of season 5 is to be true, none of them are shorter than 2 hours apiece.
Yeah. Season 5 of season 4 of Stranger Things is very long, and I'm sure, given the context of how season 4 ends, season 5 is going to even be longer.
And right now, I am in on season 2, episode 3 of The Umbrella Academy. I don't know if you've ever heard about this show. It's a show about where 43 kids were born within 12 hours. Like the morning their mothers woke up, they weren't pregnant. By the end of the day, they were pregnant. They gave birth. 43 women across the world. And this eccentric billionaire buys up 7 of them. He's able to get 7 of them. And he creates this super team out of them because they all have different powers and shit like that because they were, for some reason, they haven't really went into that yet. But like one can like change his thoughts with their own, vocals. It's like a siren can,
Interesting.
And then it's a very, very cool show. One of the leading characters is a walking, talking chimp, and you feel for him, like Caesar level feel for him. So, but no, it's a very good show.
Interesting.
Is in it, and I can't recall who the other cast are. It's a lot of new people, but so far she's the only well-known person in the group, or he.
Speaking of cast, Zach is going to get ready to dig into the. Zach is going to get ready to dig into the cast of Weapons. But before we get into the cast, that's what we're talking about today is Weapons. So we're 14 minutes and 30 seconds into the episode. If you haven't seen it, go check it out now. It's currently in theaters. IMDb is giving it an 8 out of 10, 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, 81% on the Metascore, and a 3.9 out of 5 on the Letterboxd. With a $38 million budget so far, opening weekend it grossed $72 million at the box office with an August 8th, 2025 release date. When all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanishes, On the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. Zach, you got the cast?
Yeah, we got an all-starring cast with Josh Brolin, Julia Garner, Alden Ehrenreich, Austin Abrams, Carrie Christopher, Benedict Wong, and Amy Madigan. So essentially Thanos, Silver Surfer, and young Han Solo, essentially.
Oh, don't forget Wong, man.
Yeah.
And Wong, yep. So
Let's dig into it, guys. I've only seen it the one time. I think we've all seen it once just for this episode. Short and sweet, guys. First word to describe the movie as soon as it was over. Zach, go first.
I thought it was intense. It was a guesser, and I had a lot of fun with it.
Disappointment.
I will sit there and say, beautifully shot. I like the narrative, how it was set up to lay out the puzzle pieces, but when the puzzle pieces finally landed, it killed everything for me.
That's a good way to put it. So yeah, let's dig into the movie. This movie is getting praise from everywhere. It's directed by the same director who has done Barbarian, which is an HBO Max exclusive right now.
I haven't seen it, so can't
but,
comment.
but this movie does do a lot of things right. Jay put it up perfectly for me. Shot beautifully. I love the tone of the movie, the way it starts out. I love some of the cast and the character development, and I also do love how it feels like you're almost watching. It's got like a very Pulp Fiction / Crash feel to it, but
It
yet
does.
like
It plays out
but
one narrative, and then it takes you back, and then it gives you key moments during those narratives that where you're like, okay, I know where I'm at thematically and timeline wise.
yeah, but like Jay said, as soon as the delivery is there and you find out it's the ant, like to me, that's where the whole movie just kind of goes downhill. And then I'm like, man, this movie is like maybe 25 minutes too long.
And I'll agree with you there. I got kind of bored within the first 45 minutes of the movie, but once things started laying out once it started showing us that it was going to go in like different scenes, like was going to follow one character, then another character. Once I seen it was going to do that, I was like, okay, I can get it. But the first point of that, before you hit that second point to where you switch characters, is kind of dull and boring. It's just there's a great mystery. All these kids vanish in the middle of the night at 2:17. What happened?
Yeah. I was I
And
was I was in love with the whole how did this happen?
and if I'm mistaken, if I'm not wrong, but then at the beginning of the movie, the little girl said they were never seen again.
Well, I mean,
And then they were found at the end. It's like, come on now, get your shit together. Did they never see them again, or did they find them?
I hate situations like this.
What situation are we in?
Where like it's one of those things where like somebody really likes and the other two are just like, that's fine, or maybe even worse. So it's just I don't. To me,
I laughed at the ending when the kids are chasing the old lady. I laughed. I told Juan before we came on, like you could legit put Benny Hill music over that din, 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 and it would have been it.
Well, it is considered a dark comedy, so it's more of a dark comedy, psychological thriller, and a witch horror movie. It's not a straight down and dirty horror movie.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong.
Whenever the ant was on screen, I lost all believability because she was so far fetched compared to all the other characters. Like you knew it was her. It's like duh. It's like ding ding ding.
Okay.
Here's your.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but I did get some sense, and this is probably where we're gonna agree to disagree, Jay. I really liked Longlegs, and whenever I seen the ant, I got Nick Cage overhyped. Oh, not overhyped, but like overdone vibes from her.
Oh yeah, like we were discussing before the show went on, was she saving those children as just weapons, or was she saving them to keep her young because she kept saying she was sick? None of that was ever really explained fully. We were just kind of left hanging, whether she's using their life force or not, or whatever, and that's why they're still alive and still around. Because the entire film, she doesn't use them kids once as weapons.
Now, my star rating is going to surprise you guys a little bit later on, just because I started off with disappointment. But don't get me wrong, there's a lot of right things that this movie does. Zach, let's say you. What's some of the positives that you really like about this movie?
For one thing, the whole I was trying to say, when I was making my notes, I couldn't think of anything I could compare this to. So I thought it was something new, something different. The cinematography, this movie shot beautifully. In my opinion, there's a whole sense of suspense throughout the entire thing. Like I thought that the jump scares that were in the movie, I thought they were earned, in my opinion. I didn't think it was like lame or kind of like trying to get scare for scare's sake.
Only one got me. Only one of the jump scares got me. I ain't afraid to admit it. It's whenever she wakes up from her dream after seeing that thing on the ceiling, then she looks up again and the old hag's there. You're like, oh, I'm like, okay, I got me.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I thought all the performances were good. I thought Julia Garner gave a very good performance, even though she does make a lot of stupid, dumb horror movie choices, honestly. I don't know. It just really worked for me because maybe because I had a really great audience that I watched the movie with, and so like they were in it. I thought this had a really great. The ratio between horror and comedy I thought was on point, where it wasn't like more than one or the other. The whole witch thing. I mean, in my opinion, it really worked. I thought that by the time we got to that point, I figured. What funny, ironically enough, is that I was talking to a coworker before going to see this. I said, I hope this is not some like government mind control thing, but I got half of it right. It was like a mind control like situation. So
I mean, I'm not gonna say what I thought about the movie, like what I was expecting, but with all the praise about the movie, I think that's what got me disappointed. If there wasn't so much praise and 96% or Metascore being so high, if I didn't read into it saying this is one of the best movies of the year, I would probably have walked out and be like, I actually like that movie. It's a pretty good movie.
What was disappointing to me is how the trailer sold the movie. They sold it completely different than what it is.
Which I think was
they played it up. That I don't. I think that's false advertisement. You're telling me, you're trying to tell me these kids are going to be used as weapons. What's weapons? And it's just these kids vanishing, and then you watch the movie and it's nothing.
So let's get a. I think Josh Brolin says it right in the movie. He says he feels like these kids, or he feels like they're running like they're being weaponized.
yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people might feel like the title or the trailers or just the movie in general is misleading.
The only weapon we get through the entire movie is Mr. The principal, and I even laughed because of how his makeup looked. I thought it looked overly comical, the eyes bulging and everything like that. I just thought that was overly comical. It took me out of the scene, but him bashing his boyfriend's head in was hilarious, though.
See, I do think like that's going to be one of my favorite scenes after all, like at the end of the movie. But like where I did kind of get creeped out was when the aunt did come into the school and visit the principal.
Oh, when it like she's walking past like the rain-dropped window, and you can automatically tell like, oh, this is not going to be good.
Yeah, and then whenever she came into his house and visited him at the house, I'm like, okay, this is not going right.
And go ahead, man.
No, go ahead.
I thought one of the two big, I don't know, references or maybe inspirations for the movie, I thought was The Shining, because by the time we get to the climax, you see like the mom's head like busting through like the bathroom door and everything. And then It with Pennywise, like when the drug addict kid is like in the forest and you see like the ant pop up out of the trees. I thought that was like, I thought those were like two I don't know if like I said, I don't know if it was the inspiration, but it was like heavily referenced throughout the movie.
I think Jay pointed this earlier, but like when Josh Brolin is down in the basement looking for his son, you see the ant just pop up, and that was a pretty good scene.
Yeah. And so I thought
There were good. There was good to this movie. I just didn't like. So, like I said, I liked the story it told all the way up until the ending. Once we got to the ending, to me, everything just fell apart. I don't know where it fell apart, but it just. I think it might have been whenever the ant was brought into the story, and it was revealed how everything's going on and how everything's coordinated. It was just like, really, this.
You know what this whole story kind of reminds me of, or not story, but just the way it sets up for a really kind of a weird ending is M. Night Shyamalan's The Visit,
yes.
where
Yeah.
it seems like a very, very creepy and eerie movie, and then it's almost comical at the end,
So
which is fine, but it just felt off.
I get what you guys are saying, especially I mean, Jay, I know you really did not like the ending of this movie. Like when I'll admit, like when the curse is broken and the kids are running after the old lady, it is a very comical. Like everyone in my audience was like laughing at that. It got, I mean, even to the point where I could turn to the person I went with and I was just like, is it legal? Is it really legal to show kids like ripping and dismembering an old woman? I mean, but I think at that point, like you as an audience member is like, yeah, she deserves that. She deserves everything she's about to get.
Yeah,
My
and
only, I think,
go ahead.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think this movie could have taken a step further because, if you go back and look at film involvement with kids, like in the 80s, like they kill kids off like in the 80s and the 90s. Jaws, we're going to talk about Jaws here in a couple of weeks. It's like Spielberg wasn't afraid to kill off a kid. I think you could have killed off one or two of the kids, and because I thought before we get to like actual breaking of the stick, and it's like that's how you get entranced. I thought she was using these kids for their blood, and like we were going to see her like drain one of the kids, and that's how she keeps like her youth or something.
And see, that's one of the things that's missing from the story. They add all this context of why she took them, how she took them, the reason, all these reasons. But then when it comes down to it, she just keeps them just kind of like there in a trance, and she does nothing with them. Like she's sick. What's the whole? Could she just go in there like hocus pocus style and like sit there, suck out the life force when she needs to? Does she need a blood transfusion? Does she need to like do a certain voodoo curse? Does she need to do this or that? None of it was explained. It was all left hanging in the air.
Well, this movie did incredibly well at the box office, and they're already talking about doing a prequel to this movie, which we don't need to do it. I mean, I understand money talks, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm surprised this movie won the weekend because I really thought just because of nostalgia reasons, I thought Freakier Friday would be number one, but
No,
a lot of people went and saw Weapons, which is
Freak,
good.
It made what, 40 million? I'm not sure what the budget was, but I know it made 40 million.
It's already made its budget back,
yeah, worldwide it was like what 75 million.
92 million. So it's almost made $100 million.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's definitely franchise money right there.
Yeah.
Freaky Friday sucked 20 years ago, and it sucks now. I'm not even interested in seeing any of that shit.
I've seen the what is it? The Jodie Foster one, or which one is it? Is it the Jodie Foster one?
You mean
Back in the late 80s, 70s, or whatever, when they first did Freaky Friday.
No, I didn't even know there was a Jodie Foster one. So that's
I
new to me.
I like the Vince Vaughn version.
The where they switch it to a chick.
Yeah.
But they did that with the Rob Schneider film.
Yeah. The hot chick.
Yeah.
I thought
look at me.
I thought the whole idea of the non-linear narrative I thought was really well done. I thought the child, I don't know where they found this child narrator. It already like the beginning of the movie when the child narrator explains like what happened at 2:17 in the morning, it already just put like suspense into you, and you have like no idea like how do we get there, and like
felt like you were watching a Netflix documentary.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I really did like a lot of this movie, and like I said, my grade is not going to be bad. It's just one of those that was like I was expecting like one of the best movies of the year, and there's still a lot to talk about and discover as far as like I thought Josh Brolin just absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
The cast I had, like I said, the cast I had, it was the once I like I said, my biggest problem was how it all came together. Everything leading up to it, the way it was set up. I love the scene where he asked the drug addict, the cop does, and I didn't even sit there and realize until halfway through the movie on a couple of these characters was that the cop he played Solo. I was like, holy shit, that's Solo. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that at all. And then the woman that played the old woman or the aunt or the voodoo lady, whatever you want to call her in this film, was the mom in Field of Dreams.
Oh wow.
And I was like, whoa, I didn't realize that. And I was like, is it her? I was like, oh, it sure to hell is her. But no, I really enjoyed that scene where he's patting down homeboy. He's like, you got anything that's going to stick me? And he's like, no, man, no. And he sticks his hand in his pocket, gets stuck. And automatically the cop, like, he goes from cop mode to I'm going to kill this kid mode. And he punches him right in the face and knocks him out and gets in the car. And he's all freaking out and shit. I'm like,
the cop was one of my favorite characters.
Agreed. I enjoyed the cop. Yes.
Yeah.
The teacher was the most boring, if you ask me.
I think Julia Garner's performance as Justine, I thought was really well done. I agree with you guys. I think like it took a minute to get going with the story. Like I'll admit to that.
Well, see,
her story also doesn't begin until after it sets up the prologue too. So we're in my mind, I'm counting the prologue as well, and the prologue sets up everything, and then we just get to her boring kind of like this is what happened after.
But see, I kind of disagree. I love the way it starts out, and it's just like just such a big mystery, and you kind of feel bad. You feel bad for the teacher because the way the parents are acting, but then you're looking at it from Josh Brolin's standpoint, and as a parent, you're like, whoa, he's right. What was she doing in that classroom? How come she's not a main suspect right now? And then you start getting into pointing the fingers and like, dude, I say the first 45 minutes like just captivated me and just drew me in.
Yeah.
Like you're like, what is this? What is this story leading into?
The mystery is better than the payoff. Is essentially
there you go.
That's my assertion of the entire thing.
Yeah, and then but still, like Josh Brolin going up to different parents, and you see Justin's his little cameo, which was funny.
It's part of the Barbarian cinematic universe, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He acted all scared and timid, which I thought was pretty funny. I don't know why he acted all scared and timid in this scene, but I guess it worked. But he was the one that allowed homeboy to check out the footage, because without him investigating other footage, he would have never put a pattern together.
And I guess this movie got like a 2-year delay because it was supposed to come out 2 years ago, but due to the writer's strike, it took a really big delay. So
I did not know that.
And Pedro Pascal was supposed to play Archer.
Oh, geez. So if that were true, he would have had Eddington, Fantastic Four, and Weapons all 3 weeks apart.
No, because this movie was supposed to come out 2 years ago.
Well, but I mean, regardless if it came out last.
They had to drop out because they couldn't do it because of the writer's strike.
Could you imagine if he? Yeah. Oh well, yeah. Like he had to exit.
There's still always a chance with the prequel.
He had to exit to do Fantastic Four. So yeah, that is right.
So I'm just letting you know right now. There's always time to sign him up for the prequel.
Well, we don't need to do a prequel. Just saying. It's like they're trying to. I think they're doing a prequel to Longlegs, of how Longlegs became Longlegs. It's like we don't need that.
Yeah.
So, but I do like the idea that they take it a step further and be like, you know what? Like I said, Julia Gardner's character, what was it? Justine. She makes a lot of dumb decisions. Like she goes out and drinks and has affairs with the cop and everything. It's just like you're not helping your cause when 17 of your student kids have gone missing.
Another one of her dumb decisions, and I'm sure both of you can agree with me, is her sitting outside the people's house getting drunk while sitting there in her car.
Yeah, but that scene pays off because I don't want to
She
do favorite
passes
scenes
out.
at this moment.
She
It has
passes
to be-
out. And
Yes, the creepy like
the walk.
puppeteer mother that comes out and cuts her hair. I thought that was like one of the creepiest scenes in the movie.
Yeah, that's true. Looks like she's being controlled by a puppet, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so jumping to the main kid, Alex, I really thought it was a creative decision to have Gladys, who's the aunt, to use his parents against him. Like the scene where it's just like, I can make your parents do this, and they start stabbing their faces with the forks and everything.
I thought that was pretty gruesome.
Yeah, that was pretty. And you know, it's not the look that got me. It's the sound.
Yes.
It was like, man, it sounded like they were preparing a chuck roast.
Exactly.
The thing is, though, have you ever sat there and thought about? Because I've sat there and like poked myself with a fork, and I've done it with
Negative,
backyard
sir.
wrestling. Yeah, I've done it with backyard wrestling to sit there and see. You'd have to have a lot of force. I mean, a tremendous amount of force to make a fork go through your face like that.
Interesting.
So that's why it's even creepy. It's like, and that's how hard that they're being, because it takes a lot of force.
Something else I really liked about it was like, if I'm not a parent, you guys are, but I think in that type of situation, if you go to the police every single day and they still have no leads, you're going to do your own investigation to see if you can find the answer. And I thought that was that's like, okay, Josh Brolin as a parent, that you would do that. That's not something that's not made up for this film. Like,
There's been tons of real life scenarios where the parent or a relative went through the evidence and found the killer or got close to finding out who did it before the police could.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin must be really good at playing the game of Clue.
Yeah, I'm surprised there hasn't been a. You just messed up the announcement, Johnny. He's going to be in a Clue reboot next year.
I bet if he just snapped his fingers, the kids would have came back.
Dag nabbit! I don't know why we didn't think about that.
He could have summoned one with his little rock doohickeys. He had him somewhere on him. He just didn't want to use them because it's all played out. That's not 2025.
What do you guys think about his dream sequence where like he follows his son into like that house and it does have a pretty good jump scare in that.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. I thought that was creepy. Also the whole like knowing that he's the one who painted Witch on the teacher's car.
Oh yeah, that
with the wrong paint too. It's supposed to be forest green.
Yeah.
Which ironically, obviously you're not thinking about that in the moment. That gave away the entire thing in that moment. You just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Knowing that they're dealing with the witch.
Yep. That's true. See, Zach, that's why you make the big bucks.
Yep.
It was there all along. We just accused the wrong person of witchdom.
And then Harry Potter walks on screen. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's Expelliarmus.
They should have used the theme song from Hocus Pocus. Come, little children.
That's kind of how it just made me feel a little bit with it. That's why I'm asking: did she suck their life force out like they do in the brew a fucking potion and suck their life force out like they did in the Hocus Pocus movies? That she needs like IV.
That's a
just
good
the kids being around her. Just the kids being around her. Creates a new life force for her. What?
Well, she was still kind of going downhill. I think the whole process, and if you notice, Alex had to keep trying to feed the parents and the kids.
Yeah.
I think eventually she was going to suck or use the life form to keep her young or keep her strong, and then I think she might have just went on to the next town.
Yeah,
that's true. Why wait so long?
But like I said,
she's waiting for them to. Go ahead.
No, like I said, I think you could have take it a step further, and we see her drain one of the kids drain the kid's blood out of them, and it's just like, yeah, that's how she stays young, and that's how she gets her life force.
I think that's also another good point on why people fell in love with this movie so much, because you didn't need a for sure this is how she does it ending.
Yeah.
You just got the whole creepy vibe of she's a witch and this is what she's doing. You don't necessarily need to see her kill a kid. You just
Yeah.
need to see her in the process of doing it. So
And
And
it was
I,
missing.
well, and I think like Jay said, I think a lot of people are going to find that disappointing, but there's much more nuance to a mystery than getting all the answers. Like one of the reasons why the original Halloween works so well is that we don't know who Michael Myers is. We don't know why he's doing it. We don't know why
Yeah,
he's
but they
targeting
didn't.
Lori.
But they didn't set up a story beat where they have to set they're saying homegirl needs these children as using an experiment to become younger or healthier again, and then not show it.
Well,
Halloween didn't introduce anything like that.
Well, they do set it up. It's just that's why when we figure out how she got the kids over there through
Did-
the little paper those little things at school, it's like, okay, that's how they get them. Like Johnny said, we don't need to show that she's going to kill these kids. It's just like that's how she keeps her youth is through children.
you guys didn't know this, but Gladys is the fourth long lost Sanderson sister. And she
That's
just
the third reference to Hocus Pocus tonight. Wow, we should watch that.
I'm telling you, that's all she needed to do in the movie was to say, "Oh, it'll make me beautiful, sisters." Then she would have been like, we would have been like, "Oh, okay."
Zach's having a heart attack over here. He's like, I love this movie. You guys are talking so much shit. Shut up.
No. I mean, I kind of went the opposite. I'm starting to, I'm starting to let y'all know that I dug it. What is it? Is it a 6-star classic Tokyo Dome 5-star match? No. At least in my eyes, it's not this year's. I really like Long Legs, despite the episode from last year. But to me, this is not this year's Long Legs.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people have been comparing this not story or thematic wise, but just like as an original film to Sinners. I've seen Sinners 3 times and still want to rewatch it. I don't know, because I know the mystery of this. I don't know if I'm like it's going to hit on the second time watch.
Thank you. That is all I need to hear.
You might pick up on some like, okay, yeah, okay, I get it. But other than that, I think this is a 2-time watch and done.
I'll pick up clues. I'll pick up clues on the second watch with weapons, but Sinners, I just want to watch it because I thoroughly enjoy that film.
Yeah, I think also with weapons, it's like a 2 and done maybe movie. I think the lifespan or the shelf life of a rewatchability with weapons, I don't think it's gonna hit like mostly. Yeah. So don't get me wrong though. If you guys are listening to this episode,
no, if they bang out a prequel within a year of this movie, oh hell yeah, it'll be remembered.
But don't get me wrong. Go out there and check this out for yourself. If you loved Barbarian, and if you're just into those, those
natural, just thriller type things,
psychedelic witchcraft movies that are kind of just a little bit of cheese on top, like go check this movie out. Even if you're not into anything like that and you're listening to the other reviews, the people that actually get paid the big bucks, go spend $10-15 on it. Go check it out. Have you some popcorn, some soda.
It'd probably be cheaper just to get the popcorn bucket combo that they have special at the theater than buy medium popcorn at most theaters nowadays.
Did you like this?
Collective 10.
Did you like this better than Barbarian?
Negative.
You like Barbarian better?
Yes.
Never seen it.
Okay.
I know I have holes in my cinematic.
I thought he was the director of. I thought he was the director of Companion, but he was just a producer of it from earlier this year.
Yeah, which we really like Companion. If you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen.
I love Companion.
Wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, I liked Companion. I thought it was pretty good.
So
that's so far one of my favorite movies of the year. Let's
ask. We're not gonna ask that. Jay, go first. What was the favorite scene?
I had a couple. The couple, like I said, the point where the cop gets his finger stuck and he just punches the dude in the face, and then the second time, whenever the cop sees the kid and he's trying to come to the police station to tell them that he knows where the kids are, and the cop is trying to kill him again. I'm like, okay, I thought those two scenes were quite funny. I don't know why, but I did like the structure and everything of how everything was set up, though.
Yeah,
Like I said, the pieces,
I did like
the different,
Oh, go ahead.
like the Pulp Fiction-y kind of scenarios. Like that's how we got such and such a story first. We got the next story, and then we got this story, and then it all. Like I said, it did a great thing of threading those timelines to where we're like, oh, he's opening that up. There's the cop. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, this is that point in time when he gets chased down, and it leads into the scene where he gets stuck. And that was a great filmmaking technique. I liked it.
Yeah.
So there is some positive I can say about this movie, but what I have trouble with is story.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the same thing. I really did like the way this movie feels. It gives you the whole Crash vibes. I love the profile pieces. Josh Brolin's dream scene was pretty good. The scene where Marcus gets attacked and then goes on to attack Justine Timberlake was really, really good.
And then he gets brutally murdered by a car.
Oh man, that scene just snags you. But yeah, I would say those are some of my favorite scenes. What about you, Zach?
He didn't have his Doctor Strange powers to save him, so
No.
sorry. The mystery and the build up to it, I thought was excellently crafted. I thought the script was actually really well written. I liked the characters. I loved the performances, and like I said, when we got to the end, the climax and what was really going on, it really worked for me. Josh Brolin investigating like the whole town and being like, he has his map and he's like doing coordinates of like, okay, if he runs here, then it's like over there, then it's like related to this. That was it.
I agree. Because he could tell by the
mystery
camera footage. He could tell by the camera footage on which way the kids all ran from the information that he got. I thought that was very clever.
And I thought the violence. I thought the violence was very tamed, and like it really held off until we got to Marcus's character, and he like beats the hell out of his boyfriend with his head, and then goes on the rampage.
True that.
So, I mean, yeah, like I said, this really worked for me. Maybe it was just I had a good crowd and saw it in the IMAX, and so I had a pretty good experience with it. So I don't
know. Star rating. I'll go first here. I'm gonna give this movie a 3. Like I said, it's not terrible. Don't sit there and listen to the first part of this episode and say, "Man, he hates it. What a jerk." No, I like this movie. I did. I'd go see it again just to see how the rewatchability lines up, and if it hits me, really good, it'd go higher. If I'm like, the same. But I think a 3 is where I'm at right now. Again, a 3 is not terrible, so don't come after me with pitchforks and torches.
know.
Yeah. Ogre. No. But that's where I'm sitting at with this right now is a 3. Jay, what about you?
I'm gonna shock both, and I'm gonna give it a 3 as well. Like I said, I thought the movie played well until that final piece was delivered, and once I said that homegirl enters the movie and we find out it's her, it's like, oh come on, can we be any more obvious? It's like the character was just too over the top for me. Maybe that was intentional, I don't know, but it just seemed too much for me. Like if I'm living in a real world, because they sit there through the entire movie and give you this real world sense to the entire film, and then this caricature shows up in the middle of the movie, and you're like, and she's almost like the twirling villain of the movie. But that's where I lose my favorability towards this. And as far as rewatchability, I don't think I will rewatch it. I think I've seen enough the first time. But a 3 to me, it was good. It wasn't great, but it was 3's still good for me though.
Zach?
Okay. I guess I'm gonna buy into the hype, and like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I walked out and I was like, man, that was awesome. Based off the theater experiences and having a good time with it, I'm gonna give it a 5. I really thoroughly enjoy this. I feel like I'm like betraying everybody of like, it's not that great. But
no, your opinion's your opinion. That's what we're here to discuss.
Like I said, it's not as good. I think I already with talking it to you guys. It's not as good as Sinners, which is as of right now my favorite movie of the year. But when we get to who did this? Warner Brothers. So this will be on HBO Max by Halloween.
Or New Line did it.
New Line.
Oh, New Line. So I don't know, probably Peacock or
In the
something.
next couple of weeks, it'll be on. Yeah.
So it'll be on some streaming service by Halloween. So I'm excited to rewatch it, and I don't know at this point in the year, I don't know if it's going to make my top 10 of the year, but if we did our list today or tomorrow, it would definitely be in there. So we'll see how the rewatchability is later this year.
Nice. Well, don't forget, guys, next week, August the 19th, we are going to visit some classics. Starting next week, we're going to revisit One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I'm so excited about this.
Brand new episode, brand new conversation. I haven't seen this movie in years. Should be a
Same
fun
here.
conversation. And then we're going to end August with August 26th. We're going to end with our reconnaissance. We are Marshall. It's football season. It's Labor Day weekend, and it's Matthew McConaughey all in one weekend. Cannot wait. August 26th.
It's been a minute since I've seen this one.
August 26th is what we end August with. And then we start September with our 7th year anniversary episode. 7 years of the Cine-Men Movie Podcast. We're going to talk and review a revisited episode. We're going to discuss Jaws yet again. We talked about Jaws way back when. Now we kind of have a sense of what movies mean to us, where this movie lies amongst some of the greatest of all time. Jay, this is going to be a first-time watch.
I was about to say, yes. And in this episode, there'll be a unique perspective because I've never seen the movie before. This is the one Spielberg film that I have not seen because it's one of those films that, you hear all the hype and everything like that. You see all the parodies that all these different shows and TV movies and all that stuff do. So you're pretty much, by the end of the day, you're like, I've seen Jaws. But I'm going to sit there and watch Jaws.
Well, you know what? This is going to be a special episode. It's a 7-year anniversary episode. So not only are we discussing Jaws, but we're going to discuss our top 7 Steven Spielberg movies all in one episode. All in one episode. Tuesday, September the 2nd, the day after Labor Day.
Now, can we add in movies that he possibly directed ghost-wise, or can we just stick with
negative directorial movies?
Poltergeist does not count.
Oh, well, okay, never mind.
Yeah. So we're gonna have our top 5 plus 2. We're gonna have our best 7 Steven Spielberg movies in this episode. So that's what we kick September off with.
Let me get my golden notebook out. Hold on, right here.
Yeah. So other than
I
that,
get to go to a Spielberg watch in the next few days. Woo!
There you go. We got almost a month to prepare for it.
I'll just say me and Johnny were talking about the schedule for September, and it's going to be a packed month.
I'm excited for Labor Day. That Labor Day weekend. We are Marshall, Matthew McConaughey. It's the start of football season. I cannot wait. I'm watching preseason games now.
Have you played the new Madden yet?
Man, I'm behind. I haven't played the new college football or the new Madden yet. So, yeah.
I've seen the gameplay footage from a person we both know, and it is pretty awesome looking.
Nice.
So one last question. Did you already buy your sideline tickets so you can talk to McConaughey at the Texas games?
All right. I have not.
Get him to sign the Cine-Men podcast banner or take a picture with it that we can use it for the rest of the year when we talk about it.
There you go.
My Longhorns are preseason ranked number 1 going into the season, so I imagine tickets are going to be outrageous. I don't know how long that number 1 ranking is going to be, though, because week 1 they play number 2 Ohio State. So it's going to be the first time ever that number 1 opens up with number 2, and number 2 opens up with number 1. So I can't wait. August 30th.
Just disrupt the entire division's first game, right?
Right.
What day is that game?
It is Saturday, August 30th at noon. Number 1 Texas at number 2 Ohio State.
So that means you want alone during that time.
I will not be available.
Do you want to go see Jaws that day during that time?
I will not be available from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m.
Got to get that pre-show in.
I'm telling you, I'm already sweating. I know that day I'm going to have my blood pressure is going to be super high, stroke level that day. So you guys might want to call and check on me.
I'll just say that if they lose that first game, like that Jaws episode is going to be horrible.
Look, Zach already knows.
I know what's going to happen.
He's gonna
man.
bring something to he's gonna bring some of that animosity. He's like, Jaws sucks.
Right.
I'm gonna be like-
McConaughey sucks.
I'm gonna be like, you can see that robotic shark from here. This HD copy sucked.
Well, I watched it in 4K, sir, and I couldn't tell if it was a robot.
Favorite Spielberg movie, The Lost World Part 2.
Oh, dude, I do love that
no.
movie.
Your
Don't
favorite-
even get me started. I do love that movie. It's a guilty pleasure. I swear to God.
Uh,
No,
I
your
have
favorite-
fond memories of that movie.
Minority
favorite-
Report.
Your favorite Spielberg movie is 1941, his worst movie.
Ugh.
Oh, Minority Report's the shit, man.
Maybe that'll be the first time I also see what's that movie I picked up the other day, Zach, and I told you about it with Goldie Hawn.
Oh, the Sugarland Express. Yeah.
Yeah, that's directed by old Spielberg.
Yeah, it is.
That happened what the late 70s.
Yep.
But,
That's before he did Jaws. The year before he did Jaws.
I think that's going to be it for us here, guys. What a fun episode. Great conversation of weapons. I cannot wait to dig into these next few weeks with you guys. Anything else anybody wants to add before we run out of here?
Well, just have a good week.
We'll see
Enjoy
you.
yourselves.
We'll see you at the Cuckoo's Nest next week.
Next week, I cannot wait to talk movies again with you guys. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest next week on another new episode of the Cine-Men Movie Podcast. Have a good week.
See ya.
Hook 'em.